Hello and welcome to the 6 o'clock news here on PARTY. I'm your host, Jackie Snafflepopple.
And I'm Gertrude McFuzz.
And welcome to the World War II Spotlight. Tonight we are going to interview essential people from the Allied powers. Let's go to Harvey Sandwichface, who is on the French battlefield with Charles de Gaulle.
Thanks, Jackie. Now, as you can see, I'm here with Charles de Gaulle for an interview you can only see here on PARTY. How you doing, Chuck?
Appreciate you calling me Charles. So I'm going to call Winston Churchill Winnie or something outrageous like that.
Well, I actually would. So, who exactly are you, Charlie?
My name is Charles de Gaulle, and I am the leader of the Free French, which is a resistance group based and formed after France fell.
And for myself, and our audience, why exactly did they fall, and who took over?
Would you like the simplistic version or the complicated version?
Complicated.
Germany took tanks, and they went around and into France, and they blew up the majority of France, invaded Paris, took over Paris, the capital fell, and we surrendered. Not we as a country, however. There's many people who still don't agree with the Vichy rule, including us, the Free French, who are currently working as a form of resistance against the rule.
You mentioned people defecting from their group to join your militia. Could you elaborate?
Well, after France fell, as I already mentioned, lots of people weren't exactly ecstatic about the Nazi regime and the Third Reich controlling France, making it effectively a different country than it was before. So through underground propaganda and also some recruiting from our colonies in Africa, we were able to create quite a group of people who were willing to defect from the original French army, which was then put under German control. And with those forces, we were able to we were based in Britain because we needed supplies and other materials, and they were able to give us supplies, as I already mentioned, and we were able to fight war.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your information. Is there anything else you would like to add about yourself or France or your help from Britain?
Well, about the help from Britain, it'd probably be a better idea if you talk to Winnie, if you're insistent on being insubordinate to us.
I will, definitely. Thank you, Mr. de Gaulle, for coming out to your advance camp to talk to us here. Thank you for your information, and have a good war.
Thank you, I think.
Back to you, Jackie.
Wasn't that simply exciting? Back to you, Harvey.
We are here in industrial England to interview our favorite Allied leader of all time, debatably, the greatest Prime Minister of all time, Winston Churchill. Come on out, Winnie.
It's Winston.
Winston. Okay. What were your goals in this war?
Well, my goal is to crush Germany like a bug.
And how do you plan to do that?
Well, you see, the thing is that although my predecessor, Neville Chamberlain, did many, many great things in his time as Prime Minister, we two didn't exactly see eye to eye on the idea of peace.
And what did you think of it?
Well, I think that it's a terrible idea, but after he resigned and we this war came up, we don't have to listen to his opinion anymore.
No, we do not. What were your strategies to win the war?
Well, my first strategy was the Italian campaign.
And how did that work?
Well, the idea was to take out Italy as an enemy and also to take an ally from Germany. We also used the Royal Air Force to attack our enemies from the air.
Sounds like a good plan. Well, all right, Mr. Churchill. Mr. de Gaulle, who I interviewed earlier, said you helped them quite a bit. Would you care to explain?
Well, mostly I just gave the French people a lot of weapons and supplies, with the idea that together we can defeat our mutual enemy.
Sounds like you're very prepared.
Yes, we are. We're going to crush those Axis powers.
Well, thank you for your time, Mr. Churchill.
Anything for the press.
Okay.
Hello there, Neville.
Hello.
So, you're obviously joining us for a reason. What was your role in this war?
Well, I was the British Prime Minister.
I thought that was Winnie.
No, yeah, he was. I resigned in the early part of the war.
Oh.
But before that, I held the Munich conference and agreed to appeasement with Germany.
And how'd that work out?
Well, the main plan was to give Sudetenland to Germany so Hitler wouldn't try to take any more land.
And how did that end up happening? Was that just best plan ever?
Well, he kind of attacked anyway. But I declared war on Germany the next year in September 1936.
After he invaded Poland.
Yeah.
So weren't you the one that came up with appeasement?
Speaking of which, I have a lunch appointment to go to. I have to appease my stomach.
Strange fellow.
Thanks, Harvey. We're going to take a little break here. When we come back, our own Harvey Sandwich Face will be interviewing the American leader, Franklin Roosevelt. We'll be right back.
Next Monday on Arts and Crafts with Robert Oppenheimer, we're going to learn how to make an atom bomb. Without our safety masks, so we're going to put that on. So we got to get our aprons on, and we're just going to draw. We're going to have to draw an A for atom. We're just going to attack the Germans with puppies. Be there or be intelligent.
Welcome back to PARTY, sponsored by the Axis Powers. Let's get back to our interviews.
Thanks, Gertrude. I'm here with Franklin Delano Roosevelt of the USA. Hello, Franklin.
Hello, Harvey. It's great to be here.
So, word on the street is you're president.
I would sure hope that's true.
And
otherwise, I'm seriously confused.
What are your goals for your presidency?
I want to team up with Winston Churchill to crush the Axis powers.
And were you planning on joining this war from the beginning?
No, but after the bombing at Pearl Harbor, there really was no choice.
So, how do the general populace respond to you joining up with Joseph Stalin, the totalitarian dictator of Russia?
Well, at this point, we've abandoned isolationism, and all we care about is just getting back at Japan for what they did at Pearl Harbor.
And what exactly are your plans for Japan?
Well, we're gonna use a secret weapon.
Which would be?
It's a secret.
Okay, I'm just gonna assume, judging by the previous clip, an atom bomb.
Maybe.
How do you plan to get close enough to Japan to drop these bombs?
Well, we started on offense on the Japan island chains, and those that they had taken over during their aggressive wave towards us. Using a combination of aircrafts, naval forces, and marines, we were able to take over the islands while the bomb was in creation. And once we were in operational range, we dropped 2 atomic bombs. This will hopefully end the war with Japan.
Well, that sounds like a really good plan if I do say so myself. Thank you for coming, Frank.
It was a pleasure, Harvey.
Back to you, Gertrude.
Back to you, Harvey.
Our next interviewee is the big man from Russia himself, Joseph Stalin. How you doing, Joey? My name is not Joey! I am Joseph Stalin, leader of Russia! Awesome. What did you do during the war, Joey? Not Joey. It's Stalin. Anyway, I was very important in this war. I helped the rest of the puny allies take out Germany on my western front. So, how's Stalingrad doing? Good, thanks to Zhukov, the famous jerk. Man who never lost a battle, my... Oh there, Big Joe. Let me hear more about this Zhukov character. If you really want to know, go ask him yourself. Sure, just go wait out there. Hello, General Zhukov. It's an honor to have the man who never lost a battle on our humble show. I'm glad to see my reputation precedes me. It sure does. But we're at kind of a brisk pace here, so on to more serious matters. What exactly do you have planned for Stalingrad and Leningrad? You planning to turn the tides? Oh, I do. I have a plan that will most definitely turn the tides of battle. It's called Operation Uranus. What we're going to do is cut off the weaker points in the German army, then circle it and cut them off completely. Magnificent. And what of the Russian army morale? I don't mean to toot my own horn, but the morale is raised. It seems they enjoy having me as their leader, and honestly, I couldn't have a better army. Well, thank you very much for meeting with us, General Zhukov. I guess you better show Stalin back in. That took incredibly long! So, what are your opinions? What do you think about the Russian morale? It's very low thanks to that upstart zoo cop. But the joke's on him. I'm forcing him into retirement after the battle at Stalingrad. Okay, so what about your ideas for pushing back the German forces? Do they involve Zhukov? No! I just told you I'm firing him! This entire thing is making me so angry. I need to just go ice skate, because that's what I do when I get angry. Back to you, Jackie.
Well, that's all we have time for today. Join us next week on PARTY.
When we open the door, get on the floor, and everybody walks a dinosaur.